I'll let you know when we're live. Have you ever done a live like this before?
No.
Yay! I'm your first.
You are, yeah.
There we are. Okay, amazing. I'm gonna bring us up here so you can see. Hello, hello, hello. Let me just make sure that we're in our group. Hi guys. If you guys are jumping on live, let me know. Oh, where's the little group button, Moni? Here we go. I feel like it's Friday today. I don't know why.
Oh, that would be nice.
Right? Awesome. Okay, there we go. Yay! Really cute. All right, guys. So we got a special treat today. I have a client of mine, Andrea, with us, and we are going to dive in a little bit about her journey and share some things that I think are going to be really helpful for you guys in our community. So, hey, Andrea. Andrea, my fellow Canuck, which makes me very, very, very happy. We're very close, actually. Only about, what, 45 minutes away from each other?
Not far away at all. I actually have a couple friends who live in Burlington as well, so I'm down there quite often. I used to be before all of this, but
let's go for coffee when we can actually go for coffee and it not be weird. All right, my friends. So let's jump in. Tell everybody a little bit about you. So like all the identities and all the hats that all of us wear. So
I'm married. I've been married for what year is this? It's 21 years now.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I'm originally from New Brunswick, but I've been living here in Ontario for probably more than 20 years now.
Yep.
I'm a mom to two girls who are 13 and 10 now. I work for the public health agency. I'm a microbiologist. Yeah, that's.
Sounds so cool when you say that.
It's not really though. It's not at all. People often say that, oh, that must be so exciting. It's like, you know what? It's like any other job. You do a lot of the same tasks over and over again. But I mean, there's moments where it's pretty cool, but yeah.
Yeah, no problem. So let's talk about back in July. Because Andrea, it's about the third month. We're sort of like in the follow-up month with a 3M system. And back in July, we reached out and we jumped on the phone. Mm-hmm. And what made you want to do that call? What place were you in there? Because we're like right in the middle of a pandemic, first off.
Yeah, well, I had tried lots of things, right? And I think even before I had kind of seen you on Facebook and started following, and then I didn't really do much about it. And, I think I was at a point I was just really frustrated. Nothing was working. I eat fairly healthy because of dietary restrictions and also because I want to. And, the working out and all of that wasn't working. So I liked that I joined, I can't remember what you called it, but there was a group for a week. So I was able to kind of try it out.
Hormone challenge.
Yes, that's what it was. And so I just really, that was nice to kind of try it out a little bit and kind of get to know you, what you were like, because I was a bit skeptical. So yeah,
I believe your words to me were exactly, I'm so scared that you're going to teach me stuff I already know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what I said.
Right?
Yes, because I've done a lot of reading and I've been to naturopaths and, I've done a lot of research in that way, trying to figure it out, honestly, because that's kind of the type of person I am. I just try to figure it out on my own. But but ultimately it was, I think I felt comfortable with you and like that sort of thing. So, yeah.
How did you feel it was affecting your life though before? Besides all the time and energy, obviously, that the like Googling and searching and trying and, the money and the investment there too.
I was thinking about this last night and I think my self-esteem was really low.
Yeah.
And like confidence for sure. And to the point that I was questioning things that I already knew were true, if you know what I mean. Like I was doing things and they weren't working. So I would just question myself. I didn't believe anything anymore.
Yeah.
Sounds nuts, but that's it was so frustrating.
Yeah.
I was just stuck.
Just sucks. So what made you, with all that sort of fear of failure and that belief, like, because it's true, right? Sometimes we're just like, well, is this just how it's supposed to be? Like,
Yeah.
is this what 40 is? Like, I have friends sort of saying, it's a blessing and, body love and all those things. And I get it.
Yeah.
Should I just settle? So what made you shift from being like, oh, maybe it just this is how it's supposed to be, and living in that frustration, to no, I'm going to do something about this, and I want to work with Moni and her team in the 3M. Like, what made you make that shift, do you think?
Uh, I think I just didn't want to have to think about it anymore. And so I knew I needed help. Like I didn't want to have to think about it so much anymore. I wanted
Mhm.
it to be just my life, just to
Yep.
live my life. Right? And not have it be this other big bubble of stuff that I had to do just to make myself feel better. Right? I
Yep.
didn't want to do that anymore.
Yep.
So, and like I know the food part and the exercise part, and I always kind of knew that it was the mental, the stress and that sort of stuff. I knew it, but I never did anything about it.
Yep.
And I guess I kind of realized that I needed help with that.
Yeah.
I can't do that part on my own. Like I had tried and it didn't work. So,
Yeah. And
yeah.
was that a goal for you? Was that part of your goal
What do you mean?
going into this? So when we started working together, I know what the answer is because I know your goals, but just to share, like, was that, because obviously we talk about, the inches and how we feel in the confidence. But was it a part of your goal at that point in time when we started to say, listen, I need to get this
Yeah,
stress
I think
under
I
control?
needed I needed help with dealing with stress. Like I wasn't dealing with small everyday life things very well. Like everything
Mhm.
caused me to go woof. And
Yep.
like I wasn't a nice person to be around. And it got worse when I was more hormonal. So,
Yep.
and I knew it was happening, but I couldn't stop it. I would
Yep.
apologize and say, sorry, I'm being a horrible person right now.
Yep.
But I was pretty much sorry. This is what you get right now.
Yep.
So yeah, but then that made me feel bad about myself as well because I wasn't being a good mom, a good,
Mhm.
I wasn't nice to be around, and I would just go and hide in my room.
Yep.
So
What are you most proud of for yourself that you've accomplished in your journey?
I think just that it's a different kind of control. Like
Love that.
before I held on for dear life and muscled through it, right?
Mhm.
Like you always say, but now I have the mental control.
Mhm. What does
And
that mean?
I feel calm. Like I know I have the tools, the skills, the ability, because stuff still goes wrong. And
Mhm.
as I was just telling you, my work is a little bit nuts right now, but
Yeah.
I'm pretty calm.
I know, we're saying
Not
that. I
me.
said this is, and isn't it this really, because we talked about it before we went live here. It's like Andrea 1.0 back in July. This would have been like, because you were sharing with me how work is shifting. You're basically taking on 4 roles into one, plus e- everything else that we manage in our lives. CEO of your house, your
Yeah,
kids are at home doing school, like everything. But Andrea 1.0 would have, like, it would have imploded. But
yep,
now you've learned the skills for Andrea 2.0 on how to deal with it. And
yeah,
what does that mean for your body and your physiology? Everything.
yeah,
Everything. Right? Because if your body wants to hold on to fat for whatever reason, protection, like we've talked about over and over again, it will. Right? So doing that. That's awesome. Can you give one of your favorite strategies that you do off the top of your head and share it with
oh,
others that maybe felt pulled in a million directions that way too?
I think before I kind of either didn't believe or took for granted the making time for yourself, and not just saying that you're going to do it, but definitely to schedule it in, because
Mhm.
if you're that type of person who, like, I'm planning all the time in my head, so I know what I'm going to do and I can multitask like crazy.
Mhm.
And when I get hooked on that goal and I'm doing something, but I'm also still doing like 5 other things in my head in preparation for what I have to do next. And you
Yep.
can't stop, like before, you couldn't stop me from that.
Yep.
But now I know to take a break, and I do all of that stuff better when I do that.
Yep.
And I just, like, the past couple weeks I've been so calm, and I'm like, what's going on? Like, did someone slip me something? Because I'm like, I've just been very,
You are close. So no, I'm just kidding.
like, I've just been very calm, and
Yep.
that's unusual for me. It feels good. But yeah, I was kind of like, well, what's going on? How did this happen? Because I still feel like there's always going to be work for me to, like, things to improve on, but
Yep.
it's pretty cool that I've reached that. Like, I didn't think that was going to be possible.
Yeah. So let's talk about the tangible results, because everyone wants that, you know, the how your body's changed. So
Mhm.
how do you, like, we can talk about the inches too, but just how your body feels now after the last 2, 3 months and what's shifted for you.
I think I've definitely gotten more consistent with working out, which
Yep.
has helped me feel like my body feels stronger. I do feel lighter, and I
Hmm.
know I've had frustrations because, and I always said I didn't care about my weight, but it's nice to see that number go down.
Yep.
You know, and I have, like, I feel better in my clothes, which was kind of how I described it, what I wanted at the beginning.
Yeah.
So although sometimes I don't, when you look in the mirror, I don't necessarily see that.
Yep.
Um, I'm starting to see that, and I just feel better and I feel stronger.
Hmm.
And I think definitely reducing my stress has helped. Like, I had lots of issues with my neck, and partly because of tension, and
Hmm.
that stuff is
And your
getting better as well.
cycle is getting a bit
Yes,
better too.
that is has gotten more under control.
Yes.
I still have some, like, hormonal things, but I recognize it, and I've been doing things to prevent it, right?
Yep.
So yeah.
Yep. Yep. That's great. And that feeling of lightness, right? And like you said,
Mhm.
and I think, thank you for being honest and sharing that, because I feel like it's a big misconception with a lot of women with that number on the scale,
Mhm.
right? And though we say, oh, it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. And, inches off, like, you at 8 inches in 8 weeks is no joke, right? Because now we know that your body is releasing stuff for a reason, and we'll just keep on that path.
Yeah.
Um, but how much up here, like you said,
Mhm.
from that number on the scale, and then actually looking at yourself in the mirror and saying, okay, like, I think a lot of us feel that that's going to happen overnight, and
Yeah,
it
it does.
doesn't. And you and I all the time, like, when we have our check-ins, you'd be like, okay, this is what happened, but I'm frustrated because I want this to shift, because you're a doer and you want it to change, right? Because your body's changing, but up here you still perceive yourself as the old way, because it was years, and sometimes for some of us decades,
Yeah.
of looking in the mirror and feeling that. So I appreciate your honesty, and I think it's super real for everyone here that's watching too, that it's not, even when your body's shifting, it takes a while for up here to
Yeah.
catch up with it, and for you to be that confident, that secure in yourself, because that's a subset goal from
Mhm.
everything, right? And
Yeah.
that comes over time. That's why I always say keep going. Our business as usual. I know you guys get sick of me saying that. Just keep going with it, right?
Yep.
Okay, so let's close it up here and say, and I'm going to ask you, what do you feel is the biggest impact that we've had with working with you in your
Um,
life? It's a big question.
it is. I think I've already said it. It was the mental part. I just needed help with that.
Yep.
I needed someone to tell me that I wasn't crazy.
Yeah,
That,
because
honestly.
but let's elaborate on the help, because it wasn't us sitting there and saying, okay, Andrea, we need you to meditate every single day for 5 minutes.
No, it fit. I had to do things that fit with me and into my life,
Mhm.
right? So, and getting that one-on-one coaching that's what I learned how to do, right? Because
Yeah.
everyone's situation is different and you've got different stressors in your life.
Yeah.
And just figuring out what would work for me and having someone to bounce those ideas off of or to give me strategies to try,
Mhm.
right? You know, because I always thought that, okay, I need to get up and meditate in the morning.
Yep.
And I kind of figured out that, yeah, that's probably not really going to work for me. You know, having quiet time, yes, that's me. But I
Yep.
always thought I had to do that traditional sit, listen to something, or, you know,
Yep.
really focus on just quiet and breathing in the typical meditating sense. But I know I don't really need that. Like, that's not necessary. I mean, it might help. I haven't actually done it.
Yeah.
But I
But you
do
build
take that
into some,
time. I do
yeah.
take that time to sit in quiet. Yeah.
Yes. Everyone's form of meditation is different too, right?
Mhm.
And I think and same with journaling and all that, the passive self-care. But like you said, the key is finding what works. And sometimes that is a little trial and error,
Mhm.
right? And figuring out. Because I always say to me, meditation's amazing. But if I've tried to practice it, and the other time I do it, but I call it my rest my eyes is my meditation,
Yeah.
right? I'm not taking it really a nap, well, sometimes, but just being at peace for a little bit.
Mhm.
Anyways, my friend, I thank you so much for doing this because it's been super enlightening. I'm beyond proud of you. Like even the other check-in in the 3M, I literally had little tears because seeing your growth from July to now has been amazing. And we're just going to keep moving forward, business as usual, to the next stage of goals. But thank you so much again, and super proud of you.
Well, thank you. I
Yeah.
was worried. I even have a box of tissue here. I was worried I was going to get upset.
That'd be amazing. We do a client interview and we're both just crying and everyone's like, what do they do in the 3M over there?
No, but it goes because of like that's because of you, right? Because I know you care and
Yeah.
you're an excellent coach. So thank you.
Thank you, my friend. Let's leave it at that before we start really serious.
Yes.
Super proud of you. Super proud of you.
All
Okay.
right.
Bye, my Andrea.
Bye.